Hi everybody, welcome to my Big Tidy Up. My name is DeDe. Thanks for checking out my channel today. Now today, although I could be organizing and decluttering some areas in my own home, it is a My Big Tidy Up on the go. And if you've been with me a while, this might be a little confusing to you because normally when I do a My Big Tidy Up on the go, I've got everything loaded in my car. I'm standing out by my car telling you what the plan is and where we're going. We load up and we're out the door. Well, today, it's just a little bit cold out there in the garage. Actually, it's cold everywhere. Alexa, what's the temperature? Alexa, what's the temperature?
Right now, it's 18 degrees Fahrenheit. Today, expect a high of 42 degrees.
Okay, well, it's gonna warm up to a balmy 42 degrees, but right now it's 18 degrees, so I'm not gonna stand out in my garage and tell you what the plan is. But the plan is we are headed to a kitchen to organize a pantry. This family has so much food, and the way the pantry is designed, everything's getting pushed back. And you know, I wouldn't normally say you're gonna declutter when you do a pantry, but this will be a huge declutter. So without any further ado, I'll just grab my keys, shake them a little bit, let you know we're heading out, and we are off to go get someone tidy. Well, here she is, the project for today. Now, this pantry holds almost all of this family's food. There is another cabinet where spices, baking items, and cooking oils are kept. And the homeowner has tried. They've put in some baskets thinking that would give them a system and keep things organized. But the issue is this cabinet is fairly deep. Well, it's more than fairly deep, it's very deep, and things have been getting pushed to the back, and they have a lot of duplicate items because they think they're out of it, and they purchase it again, and they don't realize that things have been pushed to the back. And they've had a lot of issues keeping it organized, and one of the main problems is this top cabinet. Now, I'm kind of tall, I think. I don't know. For a woman, I'm almost 5'8", and it is hard for me to get everything out of there. And the person that does the majority of the cooking, well, she's not 5'8". She's about 5'4" or so it's harder for her to get everything. So I'm really going to have to think of a creative way to utilize all this space. I don't want to waste the space, but make it practical for someone who's not as tall as I am to get access to everything. So here is my plan for the declutter. Once I get this cabinet completely unloaded, I'm going to have the homeowners come in, and together we're going to go through all of the food items. We're going to check for expiration dates, since I don't want to reload this cabinet with things that are expired and need to be thrown out. So if it's expired, it'll be gone. Now, if they have duplicate items that are opened, for example, they have 10 open bags of chips, 3 of which are the exact same kind. So when I can consolidate things, I will be consolidating them. And items that they have a lot of duplicates of that they're not going to be able to use in a reasonable amount of time, they're going to donate those to a food pantry.
Drowning, feel like running away, but I'm staying. I need your love.
Well, I've got it all wiped down, and I think I'm going to set this up in zones so that each item really has a home. I've got 5 shelves to work with because the bottom shelf here, the homeowners would like to keep that for extra baking items since it is right by the oven. But once I get the homeowners in here, we'll go through all of these items, go through the duplicates, see what's left, and then I'll start getting everything ready and start setting up some zones.
Like two magnets, we are drawn to each other. You just know how to push all my buttons. Moved out of town and I erased your number, but still I find myself calling in the middle of the night, and there is nothing.
As I'm cleaning these top shelves, Oh, I definitely understand how things could get pushed to the back because even standing on a little step stool, it's hard for me to reach. And I think the best way to keep yourself organized is to have a system that only has 1 or 2 steps in it max. If I had to get out a step stool every time to try to retrieve something from the top shelf, it'd be hard to maintain. And oh, come on now, as far as putting things back, I would not want to put anything back in the right place. What I would probably do is I'd just put it on the edge and shove it back in. And you guys know I love organizing. I really do. And I think there's a system for everybody, but we have to be honest with ourselves. It doesn't matter if we have all the beautiful bins in the world. If it's not convenient, then we won't do it. Or at least I won't. Okay, I've got everything cleaned out except for this bottom shelf, and I'll do that at the very end. But I did want to show you guys some of the things that I brought that I'm going to try to use to make zones. Now, these long clear bins, I am thinking they are going to be the answer to my top shelf problem. I've got some double-decker Lazy Susans and this tiered shelving right here. I think I'm going to utilize this for canned goods. I only have 3, so I don't know that I have enough items, but the homeowners do have baskets, so I'll be using some of those as well. Well, I put the 2 clear bins here on the top shelf, and this is definitely the way I'm going. Because they are longer, they go further back, and so I'm not wasting a lot of the space in the back, and the homeowner with the handle can retrieve them easily. And they do have a lot of side dishes and packets, and they also have a lot of packets like chicken and tuna. So I think I'm just going to set up 1 bin for side dishes and 1 for proteins. And then I'm going to kind of make them a little pasta station because they do have a lot of pasta too. I'm thinking I might add these little guys in the popcorn somewhere on the double-decker Lazy Susan, but I'm not quite sure yet. I think this shelf is going to be great for all of their rice and pastas. And one thing that I think is going to make it real convenient, look at this tray right here. It has wheels on the bottom. I picked this up actually for myself about a year ago, and I wanted to put it in a cabinet, but it didn't fit. So it's just been waiting for a perfect home, and I think using it for all of their pastas and things like that is going to be so convenient.
I would do anything at all. I know I'm not innocent. You deserve a better man. But let me just hold your hand once more. Ooh, 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 I wanna take you out. Ooh, 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 show you what I'm all about. Ooh, 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 make up for what we lost. Tonight is the night that we're gonna fall in love. I don't care about you and him. I don't care about what has been. I only care about your soft skin. Cause we're still sleeping in my head. I don't care about you and him. I don't care about what has been. I only care about your soft skin. Cause we're still sleeping in my head.
Well, it's time to tackle the chips, and I told you earlier that there were so many open bags of chips, and some of them were the exact same, so a lot of those were trashed, and some of them were consolidated. So here's the plan I've come up with that hopefully will keep that from happening again. The only open bags of chips will be in this basket, and it can hold about 4 or 5 different kinds of chips depending on the size of the bag, and any extra unopened bags will be stored behind the basket. So the plan is, the only time you can open a new bag of chips is if there's room for it to be stored in the basket. So that still gives you several choices every time you're looking for a chip, but it does eliminate you having too many open bags. And we're going to try this same rule when it comes to this other basket that has other goodies in it, like their fruit snacks and snack cakes. No more open miscellaneous boxes hiding in the back. If it's opened, it needs to fit in the basket.
I wanna take you out. Ooh, 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 show you what I'm all about. Ooh, 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 make up for what we lost. Tonight is the night that we're gonna fall in love. I don't care about you and him. I don't care about what has been. I only care about your soft skin. Cause we're still sleeping in my head. I don't care about you and him. I don't care about what has been. I only care about your soft skin. Cause we're still sleeping in my head.
Well, I'm down to the last shelf, and this is a pretty quick fix. I just need to unload, wipe down the shelf, and then reload it. There will be a few extra things going down here that they had on top of the refrigerator. The problem was all of the snacks from the upper shelving were starting to trickle down to this bottom shelf, but I'm hoping with the new system that won't happen again, and this can just be used for their baking items.
There's a new part of me, a part I want you to see. I haven't seen the best.
Every change has a reason. Baby, let it come to you. Every soul, every season lives outside of status quo. If we stop believing we're meant to be, expanding our abilities. If the passion's gone, we are doing it wrong. Baby, you and I should start living now.
Well, friends, that's a wrap for today. Time to load up and head on back down the road home. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I hope it gave you a lot of motivation if you've got some places that need some organization in your own home. Thank you so much for traveling with me, and just know I'll be headed back on the road again in the next couple of weeks. Please take care of yourself, and until I see you in the next one, stay tidy.